A difficult question that I frequently get early on in a case, sometimes on the very first time I get a phone call from a client or when I first meet with a client in the hospital, is how much is my claim worth? And the reason that's difficult is because oftentimes early on in a case, we just don't really know what the injuries are. Sometimes we don't know how much your medical bills are going to be when we first meet with a person. And I've had many examples, I can give you many examples of cases where a client thought that they had pretty minor injuries, but the injuries just persisted. And 3 months down the road, they were still having problems, and 6 months down the road, they were still having problems, and maybe seeing a chiropractor. And then a year after the wreck, they end up having a spinal surgery. And that case that maybe went from several $1,000s to $250,000 changed because the injuries turned out to be more severe than they thought. So I always like to look at the evidence in a case. I like to look at how the wreck occurred. I like to look at the injuries and the medical treatment and the medical bills. I like to look at how the injury has affected my client. And I also like to suggest to my client, or I always suggest, that we not rush, that we don't try and settle your case until we know what your injuries really are and how they're going to affect you long term. I always like to hope for the best, but plan for the worst. My job as your lawyer is to make sure that your future is protected, no matter what, and to plan for the unexpected so that you don't have any surprises on down the road. If you have questions about this or any other aspect of a motor vehicle accident claim, please let us know. My partner Melinda and I have been doing this nonstop since 1997, and we're happy to help you. We're available 24/7. We'll meet you at your home or in the hospital or here at the office.